Hello, I'm Pastor Joe, and welcome to Impacts. Impacts is a video teaching series where I try to help nurture your faith in, your commitment to, and your relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, this is my electrical toolbox. And in here, I keep those tools that I will need to help me fix electrical problems around the house. Now, if you go out in the garage, you're going to find that I have a plumbing toolbox to help with plumbing issues. I've got a general toolbox that I use just for most of my other tools. I also have a special toolbox for all of my bike tools. So when I'm working on my bike, I got everything in one place. Now, I have all these different toolboxes and all these different tools, not just because I like to collect things like that, but to help me achieve my goals. Of when something's broken, I can do the repair work. As we continue this series on 5 things to help grow your faith, in essence what we are doing is looking at the tools that God has given us to help us achieve our goal, which is to grow in our faith. So come on, let's get started. This week, I want us to focus on service or mission, how we live beyond ourselves in service to the world. You know, as a Christian, being involved in service work and mission work isn't one of the options that we can choose from. It is critical to our identity. In fact, the more we serve beyond ourselves, the more we are involved in mission work, the more we're able to live a Christ-like life. When we turn in the scriptures and we read of Paul, one of his favorite ways of referring to himself is as a servant of Christ, because that is so critical to who we are. Now, when we think about being involved in mission and doing service, again, beyond ourselves and beyond our own realm, it isn't an effort to earn God's love or favor. It's not a way of earning that grace. We need to be clear about that. It's not about earning it. You see, we do these things in response to God's love and grace in our lives. It is one of the ways that we show gratitude and say thank you to God. So again, being involved in service and mission is part of the way that we live a life of gratitude. And there are many ways that you can get involved in a life of service and mission. We'll begin with the church. There's a lot of ways in your local church that you can serve and live out that mission and that call to be involved in mission. You can teach a Sunday school class or Bible study. You can volunteer in worship to usher, work on the sound team. You can sing in the choir. You can offer your assistance and doing repair work and helping keep up the building and the grounds. You can visit people, maybe who are sick or shut in. You can prepare meals for people in their time of need. You can write letters or cards to people. Write a card to them and just tell them that you're thinking about them and praying for them. There's all kinds of ways that you can be involved. There's all kinds of ways that churches are looking for volunteers to help. Some of it's very visible in public. Some of it is kind of behind the scenes, but there's always opportunities to get involved. So I'll encourage you to look around your church, talk with folks, whether it's the pastor, some elders or leaders, and find ways that you can get involved. But beyond being involved in your local church, we need to be involved in our community. And there's a lot of ways that we can do that. Now, one of the ways you can get involved in your community is through your church, because churches usually are involved in mission work and service around their own community. So look for ways that you're already, that the church you're in is already involved, and see how you can get plugged in there. But beyond that, there's a lot of things that you can do. A lot of organizations are looking for volunteers. Hospitals are always looking for help. Hospice can use volunteers. Habitat for Humanity in other areas. There may be a soup kitchen where you can go and help prepare food or serve food or clean up. Maybe there's a shelter. They often need volunteers to stay overnight. Another thing they often need is people to come and do some cleaning. No one wants to do cleaning, but it's something that's vital I had contacted a group around here. They said, no one wants to do this, but we need someone to come clean windows. So there's all kinds of ways that you can be involved. Meals on Wheels, helping serve the needs, the eating needs of people within the community. Maybe you could donate blood, or maybe you can help them if there's a blood drive going on. All kinds of ways. Take a look around your neighborhood. Or is there someone who needs help with yard work? Or maybe they need transportation to the doctor or something, some other place that they need to go to help buy groceries. The point is to live with our eyes open, to see the needs around us. And not only to see the needs, but how can we be involved? How can we help make a difference? Because we are called to live beyond ourselves and to help serve those. And so when we live within our communities with our eyes open, both within the church and beyond, we begin to see how our gifts and our abilities are going to meet the needs of those around us. And when we do that, we're going to grow in our faith. We're going to understand a little bit of what Christ talks about serving the others. So here's my challenge to you this week. I encourage you to look for one or two opportunities, maybe two, one in the church and one outside of the church, of ways that you can be involved, how you can be serving others around you. And then make that commitment to do that, whether it's a weekly thing or maybe it's a monthly thing. But make that commitment. Look for opportunities and look how your skill set can be involved and make a difference. And then do it. Don't wait for another day. Go ahead and make that commitment. Well, look, I do want to thank you for joining me for this video. I hope that it's been helpful and hope it gets your mind thinking of ways that you can serve beyond yourself. I hope that you'll join me for next week. We'll be looking at the fifth way of growing your faith. We'll be looking at the idea of stewardship and how we are stewards of those things that God has entrusted to us. I hope that you will like this video, hit like, and that you will share it with others. If you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And when you do, hit the icon of the bell and you'll get notified of all the new videos that I post. Well, look, until we get together next week, I'm going to continue to pray that God's blessings will be with you.